Hey everyone, it's a new day today. I thought that I would film some of what I've been doing this morning. It is currently afternoon, but I wanted to let you know that I've been doing some rearranging with furniture today as we have family staying with us soon. And also I just felt like the house needed some things moved around. We're giving away one of our chest of drawers because Greg's brother Sam is actually moving house soon. Really exciting stuff, but of course when you move house into a place that doesn't have any furniture, it's so good when family and friends are able to help you out. Even if you don't like the stuff, you can always give it away. So we're giving him this chest of drawers that I've got. I hope you guys are doing really well, that you're also getting things done. Feels so good sometimes just to move things around in your house so you get a better perspective of where to put things. I've also been trying to get rid of some clothes that we don't need anymore because they're just taking up space, and they're also clothes that don't fit. So when you come across clothes that are way too big or obviously too small and don't fit anymore, there is going to be somebody else in this world that can definitely appreciate your clothing more, and that's why we tend to give our clothes away when we go to Batlow, because there is a specific bin that is outside of the church and you can just leave bags of clothing or anything that is going to be safe for families and children to have, so that they, you know, are able to feel comfortable where they are, have basic needs, and clothing is one of those things, as well as water and shelter. It's so important that people have clothes on so that they have their dignity and they feel safe where they live. Hi you guys, I want to be upfront and honest with you. Number one, yes, I'm wearing one earring. I took the other one out and I totally forgot. This is real time, you know. Sometimes I'll get on camera and there's something that I'm wearing or I've forgotten to put on. So yes, I have one earring on at the moment, but it doesn't bother me. Number two is that you probably hear the washing machine and the dishwasher going off and making noises, so I want you to please excuse that. I will do my best to get rid of the background noise, but in case I don't, that's what's banging and crashing in the background. And I really wanted to film this video now rather than leave it later, and on top of that, at some point tonight I probably will remove my makeup because I am not one to wear makeup to sleep. I just can't do it. I feel that my skin gets dried out, and as you know, it's already normal to dry, so I really don't want to do a disfavor to my skin when I don't have to. It's not necessary, so I always make sure I take my makeup off before I go to sleep. Today has been productive, great. I've had a few moments in my day, I'm human, where things have been a little bit, I guess I've been a little bit more emotional than usual today, and I couldn't really explain why I felt like I did. But the best I can tell you is when I get really happy about something, almost like an achievement, I cry. And I think there's a part of me that is almost unbelieving that it happened, sort of like a surprise and then relief all at once. That's why I cry. And I know that Abraham Hicks has mentioned that when you're crying, it means that you're not quite connected to source, and I completely understand that. There are times when I have cried during meditation even, and I have felt like I am imagining some incredible moment in my life, but I haven't quite matched it up in my brain that it could possibly be real. So before I get into that, let me just say what went down today. It was great, by the way. Went down, I'm not sure if that was the right term, but what happened today is I was able to empty out some drawers. A chest drawer of ours is being given to my brother-in-law, and I'm really happy about that because it means that he has something to put his clothes or even things that he wants to store away in drawers. And the chest of drawers we have is better off for 2 people. Sorry, the chest of drawers we have is better off for 1 person, and he's 1 person. Whereas Greg and I sharing the chest of drawers, it was getting filled up with, excuse my language, but crap. And it just seemed to be sitting there not being used properly, to the point where clothes that we weren't wearing were just in there, and I just felt like it was added clutter. Do you know what I mean? Plus, I want to upgrade our chest of drawers, get a better type where it's a little bit more classy, maybe something suited for us that is white in color, bigger, maybe have more width so we can fit in more clothes. I just felt like it was time for this to be appreciated by somebody else. So he's recently moving house, and that is a gift from us to him, and also a television. We're quite happy to give away this TV that's been sitting in the house for a while and not being used. We do have a TV, by the way. I believe it's a 64-inch widescreen television. It's incredible. And I remember when we got that, that was one of Greg's favorite days of his life, was when we purchased that TV. So anyway, the TV and the chest of drawers will be given to Sam, and then we'll upgrade a chest of drawers, and we already have a TV that we're quite satisfied with. The next part of being productive today was moving around furniture. Ever felt like there are things that could be better off in a different section of the house? That's basically where I was at today. I thought to myself, we have a fish and he is so precious to me, but he does not need a dining table to sit on. And that's where he has been for the last, since we got him. He's been on a dining table. Now, he doesn't take up much space, but his stuff does. He has lots of toys and food and, you know, bits and pieces to help keep the pH in the water correct so that he is living healthily and happily. So I moved him onto a coffee table today alongside 2 couches. One is for 2-3 people, whereas the other one is just for 1 person, more like a chair. They're indoor-outdoor furniture, and I'm really thankful. It was my sister who purchased that for me when I believe I was moving into my apartment. So I've had it for a while, but I prefer to have it inside than outside. Now I'm happy with where Greg and I have moved it, and I'm really thankful to Greg because he has what I consider a better eye for design, and he has moved it into a place that just looks really great, and it's going to seat people comfortably, considering that we have Greg's family coming to stay with us in 2 weeks. The other part was getting clothes washed, making sure that there are clean clothes for the next, you know, washing's got to be done. I don't like dirty clothes. I don't like sitting or wearing them. Like, this is brand new, come out of the dryer, freshly, you know, cleaned, all that sort of stuff. This is a long one, by the way, excuse me. It was nice because Greg and I had dinner on the dining table today, and Greg even mentioned that it was nice, which is saying something, because I feel like it started when Greg came home from work. I was just feeling very grateful for all that I have, but to a point where I've just achieved so much. You know, sometimes when you look back at your life and you think, what have I really done? What's been worth it? And it may not be a lot, like a whole list of things, but there are some moments in your life that give you a feeling of success and ambition, like you're just feeling as if you have conquered a mountain. And I felt like that today. I was really proud of myself with the things that I've done. I mean, I was listening back to one of the songs that I was singing at worship one time, and it was called The King of My Heart by Bethel Music. And lots of people sing that song. The lady who originally sang it was incredible. I just love her voice. And I was asked at one point for church to sing it as a solo, just lead that song. And I remember once I had done it, I felt so happy. It was just one of those songs where it worked for my voice, and I felt really empowered because I felt uplifted myself. And then I knew for a fact that because of my energy, and in a positive way, by the way, I wasn't mocking, I wasn't singing for arrogance, I was just singing because it felt so good and it was the right type of song for me, that other people would feel that as well. And I remember, the compliments I got from the song. So hearing that today on my iPod by this other singer just reminded me of that particular memory, and I just love it. And that's another reason why I am a singer and songwriter, is because the music that I share with many people is music that helps empower them to the point that anything is possible, and life is full of happiness and joy when you are open to it and you're ready to receive it. Greg received a letter today from a child that we have been donating to, and for the last couple of months even, he wasn't really hearing anything from them. To give. I think that's another part of why I was crying with happiness today, is because we love to give, and when we are acknowledged and recognized for what we give, there's just a feeling that I can't explain in words, but you know what I mean. You know how rewarding it is. And so receiving this letter from this little girl's mother, because Greg and I are donating to this little girl in particular. Her mother wrote the letter saying thank you so much. It was sent at Christmas time last year, and we received it today, so it took a little bit of time to come. But the most important thing is their letter was so beautiful, coming from the heart and very genuine. And I'm just one of those people who I just feel like what someone else is going through. And I don't want to say that I feel what people are going through when they're going through pain or trauma, but I mean, if I let myself, I probably could, because I do consider myself at times to be an empath. But when it comes to the feelings of negativity, I tend to shut down on that, because I actually don't want to encourage or attract that. As we know, the law of attraction, what we focus on is more of what we get. So I do consider myself to be a very positive person, and that's why when someone else around me is projecting feelings of graciousness or grace, gratitude, love, I get amped by it. It's like a powerful energy that I want as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's not me taking it away from them. It's me saying, I love your energy, share it with me, because I am more than happy to amplify more of that loving and positive energy with you. And hearing this letter just made me bawl my eyes out. And I remember saying to Greg that it was just such a beautiful message, because it really was. I don't really think it was a long letter, but it was about the thought and the words that meant something purposeful. They don't even know who we are, and we don't even know them well. We've never met them in person, but the fact that we're giving to them is such a precious and special thing. And I remember in one of my meditations that I'm doing, giving is such a powerful tool. Now, this is not to say that you give and you give until you drop dead, or you give and you don't get anything back. Of course not. You need to be open to receive. You need to get things back. But we know how meaningful it is when we give something to someone and there's no resistance to it. So we feel that it's okay for us to give something because we know that there's more of it, or we'll get more, or we'll receive more later on. So that's what I felt today, you know, giving away the chest of drawers to Greg's brother, and then the fact that we've been donating and helping out this little girl. And I'm just really happy to share that with you, because it may be something quite minuscule and almost to the point that some people wouldn't consider it to be very much. But feelings are so powerful and they amplify rapidly. So it's almost as if feelings are actually a big thing too. They can be when you project more of it. You know, I remember when I used to have moments of annoyance, frustration, or angst. So yes, feelings of negativity within myself. And you know why I began being aware of it and stopping myself before I encouraged more of it? Was because my body, not just the feeling of it, but my actual physical body was hurting. Before I would go to bed, I'd feel like a pain in my chest. And I would think to myself, ow, I hurt. And why do I hurt? Because I'm thinking about that thing that happened ages ago. And there's nothing I can do about it for that situation, but there's definitely a way I can respond and react to it and forgive myself and let it go. Everything is about your awareness of your feelings. And when you feel calm, when you feel, because of a memory or an experience that you're thinking about right now, feels good, your body actually sends you messages. It seems simple, right? If you're in fear, your heart races. Or if you are excited, your heart races. But fear, it's almost like your body tightens. It's almost like it's closing off and it says, no, I don't want to let in any good. But when you're happy, your heart opens. And there has been scientific research that your heart actually gets bigger when you are attracting more love. Okay, and that sounds really strange to a lot of people, but it's the truth. And that's why they're doing so much more research about meditation and putting that into your daily routine, not just a one-off, not doing it once a week or once a month or even once a year. You're doing it every day so that you're giving yourself time to stop your thought Now, I know that there are different types of meditation, and some encourage you to stop thoughts, some encourage you to just let your thoughts be. Either way, it should be a point in time where you are not forcing yourself to think about something, and you're not forcing yourself to stop. So whatever feels good for you. If you feel good letting in thoughts, then do that. If you feel good just calming your mind or focusing on your breathing, then I think that's what you will do. It's all about what you are willing to feel good about. And then with this research, they're saying that meditation is the key to healing people and healing yourself. I am 27 years old, but I am so incredibly grateful that I know about the importance of meditation now than say if I was in my 30s or 40s or 50s even, and then someone said to me, you know, Shani, it would be really helpful for you to meditate. Oh, I just saw angel number 911. I'll tell you guys about that another day. And that's a really good message, by the way, when you see 911. And so this whole idea of calming your mind, taking some time to yourself, and not letting little things bother you as much is really so important to your health mentally and physically, because your body is really going to tell you whether you're in a good mood or not. But because people are so used to feeling a certain way physically, they just say, oh, it's fine. Oh, there's nothing wrong with me. I feel bad about the situation. This is what is going through their head. Oh, 1010 as well. I feel bad about the situation. My body feels bad, but you know, it's normal for me to feel like that. And then they class that as their personality. But we as human beings didn't come on this earth to attract more negativity or bad experiences or moments of hurt, loss, or fear. We actually came into this world to create more love and joy, happiness, and to create what they call a better future, so that we can set the trend for the next generation and the next generation to know that the life that they live is the greatest gift of all. I mean, there are many great gifts, of course. I could be here for a long time explaining to you every single thing that you can be grateful for today. But if you are not one of those people meditating, I really encourage you to find out a meditation that's going to work for you. I know I've sort of gone off track here because I'm talking about feelings and then your body language and then moving on to meditation. But meditation is one of the keys to opening yourself up to more positive experiences, and therefore you are helping your body to say thank you. So of course, if you are attracting more positive feelings, that will connect with your body, and not only will you see it, but people around you will see it. Many miracles can happen. You're healthier all the time, you've got more energy, it almost comes out of nowhere, like you've got this extra energy to get things done. You feel happier even when things may not be going so well, and I could be here for a long time explaining to you things that don't go well, but I'm not an attractor of that, so I'm not going to talk about it. But I think you know what I mean. And honestly, they may seem like big things, but if you can take a step back and imagine that you are your non-physical, not your physical, then you will see that really everything is actually working out. I am going to leave it here because I really would love for you to think about what I've been saying, and hopefully it's helping you out a lot. And it's almost as if moving furniture around today, clearing things out, giving more to people has given me this opportunity to actually sit down and talk to you about all of this. So I'm very grateful that I can do that. And be happy to know that life is such a precious part of you. And when you are encountering positive experiences, allow more of them into your life. Sometimes, or even when we've been trained to believe that positive things are working out, there is usually this old belief, okay, that people think things are working out so good that there's got to be something bad that's going to happen. Like there's got to be something that's going to rock my boat in a minute. This is your ego mind saying, I'm trying to protect you. I'm going to come up with a reason for you not to feel good anymore. And you have to be stronger than that and say, actually, well, my higher self says, I'm doing great. Things are working out really well for me. And ego, you take it up with my higher self, because I know just because I can't see what's going on, I can feel that things are fantastic. I am in my perfect place. Where I am right now feels good to me. And when I am attracting good things, I deserve them. You guys have an amazing rest of the week. You absolutely deserve it. I'm sending you lots of love, cuddles, and blessings from this end of the world if you are overseas. But of course, if you are in Australia, which I've noticed, I'm getting quite a few Australians watching me now. Yay, Australia! Then I'm just sending it to you through this camera, and I hope that you can feel it, because you are ready for what's to come, and things are working out in your favor. Bye bye now.